55 things. Starting first, this jar of shells. Secondly, we have coming up this bag of foam clay. Next up, we have this really cool, kind of a one of a kind, but it might be a few, um, space dwarf miniature, which I primed a long time ago and then never painted, but he's really cool. Weird Stitch demon thingamajiggy. Cool as well. Got my Batman tin. It's a bit dusty. It sits on my shelf, but it's got things inside. I won't show the contents. We'll pretend it's a mystery. Well, it's a mystery to me right now because I don't remember. And it's a mystery to you because I didn't open it. Bronze statue that I got at like secondhand shop. I have no idea its purpose. It has some felt on the bottom. I don't know its purpose, like I said. It's cool though. And we have some dice. And some markers. Next up we have EVA foam, which is a wonderful crafting material, and I recommend it. This is it. You know, sometimes you need to have fuel for your hobby, so you get yourself some pistachios because you still want them to be relatively healthy. Metal beads, which are pretty legendary because they can be used to be a lot of various mechanical things in a pinch. Although these are little owls, so not maybe those. Be using the statues because scale-wise, that could be a cool little owl statue. You know, there's a lot of use for stuff like this, or just like weird kind of steampunk robots, or you know, whatever you could think of. This ogre shaman, or other favorite miniatures, ogre shaman, who's got a ton of character, and I use her in a D&D game. She is usually good, even though she looks like she might be bad. I usually make her good, but misunderstood, you know. That kind of stuff is interesting. Let's have some ASMR, but without actually the thing. Of these weird brushes, there's a whole bunch of them. This is just one small container of them. And on the bag it says they are disposable beauty tools. So I got them to work with gouache paint. This is corrugated paper, which you can order in quantities on wherever you order things. It's a wonderful crafting material because it helps make really cool, interesting textures. Next up are these. I have a whole bunch of these empty vending machine cups or holders. I have a whole bunch of them, so I'm going to be crafting something with them in the future. So that's cool. I don't know, I think 5, 6 of them. Get you some aloe vera gel because it is very useful. And this is my bits box. Well, one of two. I have 2 bits boxes. Let's go through a little bit of it. I've got some metal miniatures here, some old stuff. I've got this old Blood Bowl dude. Crazy. Got some troll stuff. No complete trolls, but enough to kind of maybe build something. So I might kit bash my own troll. And then I have some other bits. This could be organized better, full disclosure, but there is some cohesion to it. So the heads are kind of roughly in the same bits. And usually I kind of put where I got the sprue in the same area. But again, it's so densely populated that you need to get another one. So when you get, even though it seems like I could fill more, move this again, even though it seems like I could put more in here, you don't really want to go much more than this because you won't be able to see anything. It'll all be buried. So that's my opinion, at least. So you do as you like, hobby as you may. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong, but this is how I do it. And my other one is about the same with how much stuff's in it. So this Oathmark Light Elf Infantry. Elf Light Infantry. Good kit. Lots of cool bits in it. Let's see, flip it around here. There are some hooded faces that you don't see on this. Yeah, you can see them actually. Some hooded faces here. And they are very useful for multiple builds, and I've used them for multiple things. This Stargrave Scavengers kit. Super good kit. Man, oh man, oh man. I was not disappointed. Amazing bits on it. Highly recommend this kit, especially if you're into Stargrave at all. If all the Stargrave kits to get, that is the kit to get, in my humble opinion. Agincourt Foot Knights set. I've used every model, I think maybe except for one, but even that, I think maybe I used every model, and I did not use them at all for intended purpose at all. So I really enjoyed them though, and you get quite a few for a decent price. Unlike Games Workshop products, a lot of these smaller ones give you crazy value. They're not as crazy, like intricate and dynamic and wonderful as the Games Workshop products, but they still have their own unique aesthetic and are very interesting pieces for sure. And I recommend that set as well, especially if you like knights. This is a Lord of the Rings, Middle-earth strategy battle game, Warg Riders. A kit that I've always thought was really neat. All right, and as many of you know, if you follow this channel, I am into Mordheim, and I was gifted for my 40th birthday by my really good buddy Kyle at Brew Goblin on Instagram this Skaven box when I turned 40. What a good present. Amazing. And this is a sick set. There's more than what you think for how big the box is. There's a lot of models in here, so I'm pretty stoked to eventually get to this when I feel like I feel the inspiration to build Skaven. This one was also from my 40th birthday from my brother, Christopher. My brother is pretty important to me. He's a wonderful person. And this is a cool kit. These people know me very well, and they get stuff that they know I'll like. He knows I like zombies and stuff, so it was a good choice. All right, next up, we have my 5 parsecs from Homebook. I've got a few tabs in it to mark different things because I have played a little bit of this, a good amount, actually, maybe a dozen or so games. And following that, we have my Frostgrave book. I also have played about a dozen or so games of this Frostgrave 2nd edition. There's a couple tabs marked off as well to use, and it is a great game. Highly recommend when you maybe are in the same vein of Mordheim, but something a little different. It still has its own unique identity, in my opinion. And of course, probably everybody shows this on when they have these kind of challenges, but I got a Morkborg as well. And probably other people also have this, and I've been meaning to get into this. I haven't played either Morkborg or Forbidden Psalm, but I have them both. Glorious artwork. I've flipped through them numerous times, and I really like them, but I have not played either yet. Next up, we have this really cool indicator. It's kind of hard to see on this black mat, but it's backwards. It is a, here we go, spell effect thing. My friend Jake gave it to me. Shout out to Jake. This really old gridded map thing, and I haven't used this at all, so all the writing on this is by somebody from back in the day when they played whatever game. So this is just for making your own small maps, I guess, for D&D or whatever game they were playing. There is a bit of writing in here. I don't know. Let's see here. I believe there was. A lot of it's blank, but there was some there. There's a small amount. And if this is what you had for playing D&D, this would work completely fine. And I highly recommend that if this is all you can have, you still play D&D. So this is the thing, hexagonal mapping book by PSR 1980. So it's before my time even, which is saying something. One other thing pertaining to Dungeons and Dragons that I have, the next one on the list, is my old D&D notes, and I usually put stickers all over them. And this is stuff when I'm DMing, notes that I need to pay attention to, stat lines, important things, elemental puzzles, just various stuff. This is all my this stuff's all been long gone through anyway, so there's no spoilers in here for anybody that might play. But anyway, yeah, all vintage, and even an old drawing of a character that I did. Anyway, kind of cool. Back to cool sets that you should buy. This one's not really so much a set, so much as an accessory, a dressing for your bases, probably, or, they have multiple uses. I'm not going to tell you that you should only use these for bases. Next, we have Armageddon Dust. I don't know why, but I really like Armageddon Dust. And I also really am fond of these nippers. They are not anything fancy, but they are just Army Painter brand, but they work pretty dang good. And it's my first like hobby grade pair of nippers. I have this R.A. Salvatore Starless Night book, and it has our buddy Drizzt in it. So, you know, we're all about that. So I have some sculpting tools here. I'm pretty into sculpting, but not all the time. It's kind of a switch between sculpting and miniature painting and kit bashing, and I like to do all three. Unicorn Centaur. What the heck? Like a unicorn? It must be from a game. And we have next, this is my D&D character. His name is Lyndon Luna. He is a wood elf druid. I kit bashed him from about 5 different kits, including the Frostgrave Cultist set, which is the main body part. And the shield is a bit I got from a bits box, from my bits box, and is a bit that I got from my buddy Kyle, same guy who got me this Skaven set. And then the hand is from the Oathmark Orc Infantry. The backpack is from the Soldiers 2 Frostgrave kit. And the head is from, again, the Light Elf. I keep saying Light Elf. Light Infantry Elf set. So a pretty cool kit bash. It still looks very cohesive, and I made it in a little dice box, and it's magnetized for ease of storage. So if you do have your D&D game you need to go, I recommend doing something like this. You can obviously figure out how to make this. I was going to do a video on it, but I don't know. It's pretty self-explanatory. And I have these mushrooms that I made a couple of videos ago. Well, I made these actually not in the video, but before the video, but you know what I mean. They're from a couple videos ago. They turned out pretty cool. I like them. I'm going to use them in a D&D game when I'm DMing soon. Magnets, pretty much self-explanatory. They're magnets. Right here, this is a tower that I made from a Tim Hortons cup. On occasion, you'll get them double cupping your cup. And on that one occasion that happened last time, it was several years ago, I made this tower. I even put a little door on the top. I feel like people forget those little details that help sell it. But I should have put windows in it. There's no windows. Anyway, it's still kind of neat, and I'm proud of the tight brickwork that I achieved on this. 84 Pontiac Firebird. Here is a kit bash that I've been working on. It is Solomon Grundy. I'm working on a commission of Wayfarers. They're a pleasure to paint. Here is my Games Workshop, although it's all worn off. Hobby handle. It works good for painting miniatures. In fact, I would call it essential equipment, to be honest. I don't think you have to go with this brand specifically, but I do think it's worthwhile to invest in one. Goblin transfers, sanding, sponge things. I'm not sure what they are. All right, probably more unexpected is this Ertl Roman Legion 172nd miniatures. Next up is the 13th Warrior, starring Antonio Banderas. We got this bag of rubber bands, Mind Flayers, by this brand company. I don't mind their stuff. It's okay. Mimics. This is a cool one. I got this one on one of the first ones that they came out with. It's pretty good. I haven't painted it yet, though, obviously. Doppelgangers. Let's be honest, these are kind of mid, but I got them for a really big discount, so I decided why not? Because you could kit bash them to something else. They're kind of nondescript. And I got this Whispering Tyrant Pathfinder miniature Reaper Bones. Pretty cool model as well, metal. Not sure what I'm going to do with it, but definitely some kind of an epic boss D&D model. A sweet bag of Halloween rings. They're skulls, and they have amazing detail. And they're actually a harder plastic than you expect, so these should, I suspect, paint up well, though I've not done it yet. Hard to see because it's a bit washed out with the white, but I think you can see that it's pretty cool. And there's a whole bunch of them.
Here is another pride of joy of mine. It is a scratch made out of foam mostly ship for Dungeons and Dragons. This mast can be taken down and put up on a heavy washer so it doesn't fall over easily. And it's a one-masted ship. And it's got a really big crow's nest because, you know, everybody wants to put their miniature in the crow's nest. So I made it oversized with playability in mind rather than realism, because you gotta make some small things. So I made some little beads here for lanterns, just a few cool little elements to make this neat. And the steering wheel, see if I can show it off here. I don't know why I chose this light, but you're stuck with it. It's happening. And another cool piece is this sky ship. It has a broken off steering part right here, or not steering, but motor or something, engine. But it's in here in the middle, so it can be glued back on again. It's really cool. Looks really cool in the blue light, doesn't it? See, that's why I did it, because it looks crazy. Anyway, this is going to be used for a D&D campaign one day, I hope. Hopefully, maybe. I won this from Goose Miniatures on Instagram, a giveaway. So definitely check Goose Miniatures out, because solid individual based in Canada, Calgary. All right, and one cool thing that I got here is this crazy Croco shark. I got this from Mexico. It was about 20 bucks Canadian. One of the best things I've ever purchased in my whole life. Just a truly bizarre item. And I am going to be giving this to my nephew when he turns an appropriate age to enjoy this type of toy. Another purchase from Mexico is this sweet Santa Muerte statue with many rainbow colors. I chose a crazy lighting because I thought it would be cool, and it is, but it's harder to see until the certain light hits it. There you go. All right, this is a little scratch-made ship, and I say little even though it seems big because this is actually a 28mm scale model. There is a cockpit. Again, it's kind of hard to see because I did terrible lighting, but I'm sticking with it, so you guys stick with it too. It is what it is, all right? So a little cockpit area. I'm hopefully going to have this enclosed, and you can actually see all that through there. Got some details of like cabling and everything on the sides, sprue bits, little bits of styrene, EVA foam. EVA foam is what all this stuff is, mostly, except for the corrugated cardstock. But that's what this is, and it's also a Nerf gun. Most of these blue pieces on the side you see are from like a knockoff brand Nerf gun. So I'm not sure what this is from. This is from my friend's hobby store, and who knows? The original container that this main body is from is a peanut container. I believe it was cornstarch, and this is the top of deodorant. And then one thing I kept with the Model 2 for purpose, this is by design. I'm going to put my mic down for a sec. Detachable. So the reason I made it like that is so that if there was like an escape pod, and I'm going to do some details to make it look, you can hide some details on the inside here that you wouldn't see, and when it attaches, it could become its own thing. So again, this is all work in progress, and it's going to take, I've had it working, I've done a lot of work on it, and then I put it aside for, I don't know, I think a year. Contemplated throwing it out, but I stuck with it. Anyway, that's been my 55 items. Thank you so much for watching this video. It's been a bit chaotic. I haven't filmed anything like this. You haven't seen this camera angle before because I wasn't really sure I wanted to show the hobby desk. How it's kind of chaotic, but maybe in showing my chaos, you'll enjoy what's happening. Anyway, that's been all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you very much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy.